We're here for two very important things. One of the longest traditions at the university is the Hudson Relays, and probably one of the most beloved faculty members who has served students here is Dr. Ignacio Ocasio, and just an exemplary and outstanding professor of chemistry. And it's especially fitting that we would honor him this morning in association with the Hudson Relays, because for so many years he advised the freshman class as they prepared for the Hudson Relays. And he was an integral part of this for many, many years. The first part of the program are the brothers from Phi Kappa Tau, and it's particularly fitting that they sing because Doc served as their faculty advisor.
Good night, my angel, time to close your eyes and save these questions for another day. I think I know what you've been asking me. I think you know what I've been trying to say. I'm saying, oh, I promised I would never leave you, and you should always know, wherever you may go, no matter where you are, I never will be far away.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Kalb. I actually had the pleasure of having Doc for 3 classes in my freshman year. I had him for Intro Chem 1 and 2 and the chemistry lab. And what always stood out to me was what a passionate advocate for his students Doc was. His office was always open for help, even if you weren't in his class. I remember people going back to him for organic chemistry help, and he always had time and was always so patient, especially with me. He was just such a wonderful teacher. Knew how to relate to the students, could get the concepts across in a way that wasn't condescending, but everybody learned pretty much everything. In lab, he would demonstrate how not to do things with so much glee. At the beginning of the semester, it was obvious how much fun he was having. He was one of my very favorite professors, and I think a lot of people who have had him at Case share that feeling. My particular favorite Doc story, I don't know if anyone else here was in class with me at the time, but we were talking about water that day and how its liquid and solid forms are different. And I remember Doc standing down at the front of the auditorium and saying, I don't know why water makes 2 bonds when it's liquid and 4 bonds when it's solid. You go up there, you ask him. And that's pretty much my Doc experience.
Hello, my name is Rupe, and I'm a member of the class of 2008. It's amazing to see all of you here today to honor such a great and vibrant part of this campus community. It's also amazing to see Joseph Kinkle, the sculptor who created it, join us here today, and Doc's family, who has traveled so far from Puerto Rico to be with us. Unfortunately, I did not have the honor of having class with Doc Ock when he was a professor here. However, I had the distinct privilege of helping plan the Hudson Relays with him, which one was unfortunately his last Hudson Relays my freshman year. I'll never forget sitting in that office, planning, being strategic, and figuring out exactly where each runner should be so the class of 2008 could win that year. It was always about winning. And I'll never forget the time trials, and especially the morning of, with him, Chris Butler, and Dean Amon in the pace car running around the campus here, snow falling, but Doc, Dean Amon, and Chris Butler still cheering on the students. With Doc, it was always about the students. He knew our education occurred both inside and outside the classroom, and he always came to us and made us feel like a vital part of this community. Our shirts on the Hudson Relay team now say, "Thank you, Doc," and to honor him and thank him for all he did for us. And hopefully with this bench, which we'll soon unveil, we can honor him and thank him in another way for being such an important part of our lives, a person we'll truly never forget. Thank you.
I'm Nancy Fink. I'm president of the Alumni Association of Case Western Reserve University. We're honored to be a part of this today. You know, traditions are usually passed from older generations to younger generations, and this is kind of the reverse. A number of us who were on campus in the 70s and before, because we do have a somewhat seasoned board, didn't know Doc Ock. We didn't have the pleasure of having him or having him as a mentor, a friend, or whatever. When I came on the board in 2005, a number of our younger board members who had Doc Ock shared some stories, and it was allowed kind of to pass to us older folk, if you will, the legend, the professionalism, the fact that he was a friend, a mentor, and someone kind of who lives on and will continue to live on via the bench. So we are delighted to be here. Our entire board is meeting here on campus this morning, and we took a break so that we could, in fact, participate in this dedication ceremony. So thank you, and it is a wonderful day.
Diciendo así, cantando así por el camino.
For now, of course, we want to move on to the big moment. That is the unveiling.
Ready?
Okay.
Good morning, President Snyder, Vice President Nicholls, Alumni Board President Ms. Fink, students representing students and alumni who raise funds for the sculpture, Jennifer Kalb and Adam Rupe, students all, faculty, administrators, and friends. First of all, let me thank you for your very kind words. Billy Joel's lullaby was truly beautiful. Yes, Nachito will always be a part of you all and Case Western Reserve University. I want to thank the students, alumni, for raising the funds for the sculpture. Knowing Nachito, I think he would have chuckled at seeing his statue near Adelbert Hall. He was so unassuming that he couldn't have imagined it. Yet, I know he's very happy, as this ties him to Case forever. El Lamento Borincano that Fink just sang transported us all to happier times in Puerto Rico when Nachito would play dances and Rafael Hernandez music in the piano. Thank you so much. It feels like it was yesterday that our family was here in Cleveland for my brother's memorial. So many things have happened in our lives since he left us. But for all of us, it still feels like it was yesterday that we lost him. We have not yet been able to accept this great loss. One of the things I miss most about my brother was his sense of humor. He used to make a funny comment about almost everything. Every important moment in our lives, he's always there, and we miss him dearly. But I am here to talk on behalf of my family and to truly celebrate Nachito's life. He touched so many impressionable young lives at the beginning of their careers. He was like a welcoming father in whom you trusted to guide your steps, easing the bumps on the road, and most importantly, helping you attain your dreams. Yes, that was Nachito. We always said that he was all heart. I know he's here with us right now, delighted to see the students, already professionals, on their way to fulfilling their goals. He was like that. He enjoyed seeing people reach their potential. He lived by the motto that all good things in life are the result of personal effort. This is something that he conveyed to his students. A mix of heavy-duty studying, personal discipline, and spirituality will always help you reach your dreams. I think that Krista McAuliffe's phrase perfectly applies to him too. I touch the future. I teach. He's a part of every student he taught. His statue, shortly a part of Case Western Reserve University, will always be a reminder that this university was Nachito's home. Case was his family. He attained all his dreams. He loved Cleveland, and it became part of his life. I know that all of you who are here with us right now love him, respect him, and miss him. We are proud to see that the efforts of all his students and friends that wanted to perpetuate his image in this campus have come true. This statue today depicts the Nachito that we have all come to love. Doc Ock, as you all dearly called him, was always available for counsel. A broad smile always greeted you and instantly made you feel better. As you know, he would never run if he could walk. And certainly, he would much rather sit down than stand up. Definitely, Nachito dedicated his life to his students. And I know that he's here right now very happy and honored for this proof of gratitude that you gave him. I, on behalf of my whole family and Nachito himself, I'm here to thank you for this gesture that once more makes us feel so honored. We have witnessed that he fulfilled his dreams through his achievements. And we are proud, definitely we are proud of the life he made of himself. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Maria. You're right, teachers do touch the future, and if you didn't believe that, you believe it today, seeing all the young people who Doc Ock touched over the course of his career here at Case Western Reserve University. I didn't know him. He had passed away before I arrived here 2 years ago. But I feel like I know him through the stories of so many students and his faculty colleagues. I heard many times about his passion for teaching, his engagement with students, and his contributions to the life of our campus. You're here today because he cared. He knew your name, sometimes before you knew his. He visited you in your freshman dorms. He told you that you could come for help anytime, whether or not you were in his chemistry class. It mattered to him whether you mastered his subject. When you watch the Media Vision videos of his classes, his enthusiasm for his subject practically leaps off the screen. It also mattered to him whether students were doing well in their personal lives. How many of you here today went to office hours to talk about a chemistry problem, only to end up talking about your lives after he helped you with the chemistry? I'm reminded of the statement of one student, which I know stands for hundreds, who said, "I may have only had Doc Ock for 1 semester, but he will influence my life forever." Today we commemorate him with a beautiful statue, but we pay him our greatest tribute every day in the way we live, modeling his example. The way we treat others, with our smiles, with our passion, with the same kind of joy that he took in helping our students. Please remember that after you leave here today.